Good morning, YouTube. I don't know why I can't never get it perfect when I'm recording. That's a new song I'm working on from my first 50 classical pieces. Song that I'm working on. I can't not pronounce it. I'm thinking it's called Arabesque. Arabesque by Johann Friedrich Bergmüller. To invert or not to invert, that is the question. Some songs you can invert, like this song. Some songs you can't invert because they're just not written in the way that you should invert it. If you take that song I've been working on called The Rainbow Connection. We can take a look at the figures here. Fingering here. I mean, you could invert the but it won't be written like so say if I inverted that CEG. It just doesn't sound like it should. Anyway, some songs you can invert, some songs you can't do an inversion on. I mean, you can, but it just doesn't make sense to do it. It doesn't sound right. However, there are a lot of songs. Let's take I'm thinking if maybe this is a good example. Let's take this song Edelweiss. So we're going to start off on the B chord. And remember, to invert means just to take if you have your B chord here, we're just going to take this B flat and move it to the top of the stack. Now we're going to take this is in this first movement or first inversion. Second inversion is where we're going to take this D and move that to the top of its stack. So second and back to home. So if you think about this song, Edelweiss, let me see here. F7. Now I'm going to invert that Edelweiss. You see how instead of going back to B flat, so and the reason why I didn't jump back down to B flat here was because it was just an easier movement. Look. F7. Now my index finger and my thumb are already in a B flat position because the F is already there. Now I can go back, I can use the E flat right here but that means that I would have to share that. So I'm going to jump down because I have two fingers taking up the same space. Now, if I go with the every morning you greet me, now I'm going to jump back down because if I decided to invert here, I could kind of do that. So we got the B flat. So every morning you greet me, I would probably do it like can't do it there. Also, you guys are saying that I like to invert as much as possible. As much as possible. I need to cut my nails. Oh, I like that way. So you guys see what I'm doing here? Every morning you greet me. Now I could try to invert that C minor 7, but that would sound a little muddled. Doesn't make sense because it sounds too muddled, so I'm going to go back to regular position. So every morning you meet me. Sorry. Now I'm going to jump all the way back up. Greet me. Now I could choose to go with the F7. That's the regular position. I inverted it right there. So first inversion, second inversion. You can only go 1 and 2 there because it's just an F7 chord. But so if I go with the C7, and when I go back to Edelweiss, already there. So instead of going here and then jumping back here, I ran into the first inversion. Now back home. Back to first inversion, B flat. Bless our homeland forever. Now, if we see blossoming white as we bloom and grow, bloom and grow. And we're gonna go with the bloom and grow. So now we're gonna hop back down. Now I'm gonna say with the bloom and grow, we're gonna invert this E flat because we have 2 fingers right here. Now we can do C7, which is going to be a C in an E flat. I can C in a B flat. I can go right here. Doesn't sound right. It's too muddled. Now we're demanding an F chord. We're going to go with the F chord. There's that inversion again. Back to home. I like doing that. Bless our homeland forever. So I had to use that song as an example of an inversion. Hold on for 1 second, this is bothering me. Okay, so thank you for holding. The reason why we like to enter inversion, the reason why we like inversions is because sometimes it's a quicker way to get from point A to point B, if it makes sense. If it makes sense, and it's going to help you with your memory. It's going to help you with your memory of the music a lot better. Kind of like this song, I Love You, Lord. There's your C7. I could have went here. Name. And we're gonna go with the or I could have went here. And I magnify your name. So remember, I could have went here and I magnify. So magnify your name. So I'll throw that inversion in right there. That means that the G minor 7 flat 5, which is this chord, G, B flat, E flat, I'm sorry, G flat, no, G, B flat, D flat, F. I got G in the root at the very beginning. Instead of playing it right there, I have the G because my thumb is already right by the G. So I could just have to make. Would that have been such a far stretch if I would have did it the regular way? Not really. Sometimes inversions, you know, the point from point A to point B, you know, was about the same there. Magnify your name, magnify your name. You know, it took the same amount of time. So it just depends at that point what felt good to me. C7. And you guys also can understand how inversions can make things sound a little bit different. It's written like this, and I magnify your name. And we can do your now I need the sheet music because I didn't memorize the whole song. Yeah. So the reason why we do inversions is sometimes it's quicker to get from point A to point B without jumping all across the board. Another reason why I like to personally invert some chords is because it makes the song sound different. Kind of like when I was doing the ending to sometimes. Sorry. Anyway, I'm getting lost. When I came to the ending of it, I was just messing around with the inversions. Just inverting them, second position. Or was that the first? Home, first inversion, second inversion. So I just did the first home, first, second, and back home just to show you guys how different it sounds. First inversion, I'm sorry, home, root note, just climbing up my inversions, first, second, and back to home. And you just climbing up, and as you get quicker and quicker with them, you'll make it sound a little bit better. But it's just a quicker way to get from point A to point B. So remember, inversions, the reason why it's so important to do them is because number one, it's a shortcut. It's a faster shortcut. It's the equivalency of sometimes how you can take the scenic route or you can take the expressway and you can get to where you want to go. Sometimes you may prefer to take the scenic route. Sometimes for the sake of sound, or if you want a different sound, you may prefer to do the inversions. So don't forget to make. I think inversions are a crucial part of your practice. Some classical songs you can't practice. I'm not going to keep playing my same. I'm not going to keep playing that song. I'm going to go to something different. Anyway, that's a new song I'm learning called, I can't even pronounce it properly, Arabesque. Arabesque. I'm gonna ask somebody how to pronounce it. But yeah, that's the reason why I personally think inversions are the most crucial part of it. You guys heard me yesterday playing around with the song called Georgia. Just and these aren't inversions here yet. Here it is. That's an inversion. That's a G minor 7 inverted, and it's let me see. Take this E here. No. I have no idea what chord this is. I have no idea what chord it is. Let's find out. Let's move this G right here. A. So, and this G here is a, let's find it. It's an A chord. But it's an A chord, and I'm thinking it's second inversion. And if we were to name this chord properly, move that here. Let's move this G. That's like an A. That's like an A chord. A, C, E. 6, 7, 8. That's like an A7 chord. A. That's your regular A7. That's your regular A7 filled in. Because here's your regular A7. We fill it in. Yeah, that's your A7 inverted. I can't even say A flat 7 because an A flat 7 is just that diminished sound. So it's just your regular A7 inverted. So we take Georgia. So F major 7. And we're gonna go with your E minor 7. So instead of going with the, if I didn't invert it, it would look like this. Now I'll be hopping it up. But see, I was already sharing it, which is the reason why I decided to invert it. So I could have went here, just moved my thumb, but it wouldn't make sense for me to move it like that, or would it? Let's watch it. Where are we going at? Oh, to the G chord. So instead of going here, so I can go with, so let's go with the written word. Now I could probably, so I chose not to invert it for the sake of sound. A7. See how it changes the sound? So anyway, with that song in Georgia, I was going. Sometimes if you want to go over the board, or it depends on how you want to also season the song up. So those are the reasons why I like personally to invert. Those are the reasons why I think you should work on your inversions, because number one, it's just quicker to get there. Number two, it gives you more options of sound. And number three, you can discover some really cool, it's kind of like, you can discover, see this. So if I'm thinking about it right here, that's calling A7 right there. That's calling for that A7 right there. I never realized it till I looked at the sheet paper. And that's because I was so busy hopping around. So there it is right there again. And there's your D flat and E flat for substance. A lot more options when you learn to invert. And also you can do a lot of discovering of sound. You can actually have fun with your music. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of reasons why you should practice your inversions. Crucial. If you sat down with me, I'll say, hey, let me see what you got. And then I'll say, did you practice your inversions? So practice your inversions. Practice your inversions. I know they're gonna seem uncomfortable at first. If you do your chords, your DFA, this same chord sounds weird. Sounds like a B. And here's a weird thing. DFA. So let's go with let's see some here. DFA. Let's move the D here. Let's go here. And we're back to moving this A flat here. Yeah, you can just discover new sounds, sus sounds, dissonant sounds. You can have fun with it. So always just practice your inversions. I wouldn't say get to them first, but just get comfortable with inverting your music. Get comfortable with doing it, because you're gonna find out that it's a very fun thing to do. I like that. D minor 7. Sasha Win. Anyway, peace. Peace. I was just working out the rhythm section, but peace. That's the reason why you should practice your inversions.